Good evening. Time for the show. So we are going to talk about 5,000 word bank challenge, and these are the last 2 days for doing our linking words. So I've been doing linking words with you past few days. Uh, when you build on vocabulary, you need to work it up from many aspects, from many angles, and it's not just the words, it's even the collocation, phrases, idioms, linking words. So many things have to be roped in to make your writing and speaking interesting, okay, particularly when you're talking in English. So, hi everybody, I'm Vinita, a coach, consultant, designer on a mission to help all those who dream to work, study, or migrate abroad. To do that, you have to prove your English proficiency. And to prove that English proficiency, you have to write certain international exams. And the most important and popular one is IELTS, TOEFL, there's Pearson, Duolingo, or you're taking the GRE route or the GMAT route, or you may have to appear for SAT. These are international, I'm talking. And if you go to national also, there are really high-pitched exams like CAT. You have to give even for your law exams. And in each of these exams, you need English and a high level of English proficiency. So in any case, you want to work up your English proficiency, the best way, or the most strong pillar or support is to work on your vocabulary. And then vocabulary makes you an impactful talker, an impactful writer. And wherever you are, as a student, as a working professional, non-working professional, hunting your job, maybe in the job, looking at promotion in your job, upscaling, any language skill per se, the communication skill, if you can talk with effect in that language, you can play with the words, you can use them for best impact, for best power, well, you are there. Because out of the many skills needed, the most important skill that you should hone up and work on is the English communication skill. Now, it could be from all the four angles. It could be listening, it could be speaking, it could be reading, it could be writing. You have to work on all the four aspects. So presently I'm on a mission. Though my focus is on IELTS, it's applicable to all. I hope you're there with your notebook and a pen. And yes, yesterday I did 20 linking words, and I'll just talk about the kinds that I have done so far. I've done linking words showing, linking words to emphasize, linking words to bring ideas. And today I bring you linking words for summarizing. So when you summarize something, when you conclude, which is always done in your concluding essays, in your concluding articles, concluding reports, they're useful for structuring your arguments and conclusions. So they will connect your ideas logically in both written and spoken English. So I'll quickly breeze through the words that you can come across. Yeah, I will share my screen so that you get a better view of them. And here I am. And we'll quickly breeze through. We'll finish it in 10 minutes. Don't mind my rushing, because I want to take less of your time. And then once you have this, you can practice on your own. Make sure you use them with precision, with accuracy, and in context. Okay, these three are very important: your precision, your accuracy, and then your contextualization. So don't use them randomly just because you picked up some words and you were told that you are supposed to use linking words, and so you're using. No, it's not done like that. So I'll share my screen and I'll show you the words that I have brought today, and there are many, and some of them are so simple, so easy. Maybe you've read them umpteen times while doing your English lessons, reading, or whatever. So after all, in any event, in other words, on balance, all, in brief, in short, that is, all things considered, in conclusion, in brief, therefore, briefly, in essence. Now you see, there are so many. Why should you go on using one style of in brief, in short, when you can pick up around, I'm giving you how many, 3, 6, 7 21 words I'm giving you. So why should you stick to only, after all, briefly? You can say by and large, hence, in any case, all in all, then once and for all, overall, namely, finally, in the long run, to summarize, indeed, in a sense, in summary, to put it differently, therefore, conclusion, in brief. So there are so many ways you can use them. And now I shall be using them in sentences so that you get a clear grip, clear idea. What do you mean by using linking words and how they are to be used? After all, the example would be after all, and remember to put in a comma. You always are expected to punctuate. Whenever you use linking words, you've got to start them with a capital letter, new fresh sentence, put a comma, and then you go on. After all, the primary goal of education is to foster critical thinking skills. In any event, In any event, the results of the study highlight the need for further research. In any event, you have to prepare for English vocabulary. You have to go ahead with working on English vocabulary. Then, uh, in other words, exercise is beneficial for both physical and mental health. In other words, vocabulary is beneficial for any kind of exam, international or national. Then on balance, the advantages of the new policy outweigh the disadvantages. I think this is very nice when you're expressing your opinion, when you have to take a stand, whether you go for advantages or you go for disadvantages, and what do you uphold. So, on balance, the advantages of the new policy outweigh the disadvantages. All in all, the project was a success despite initial setbacks. Okay, so all is well that ends well. So that's what we are trying to say. In short, we need to finalize the budget by the end of the week. That is, we should consider alternative solutions before making a final decision. All things considered, despite the challenges, they decided to go ahead with the project. All things considered, I believe we should proceed with the original plan. In conclusion, after analyzing all the data, it is evident that climate change is a pressing issue. In conclusion, it is evident that the project requires additional resources. And this is such a common one. We always conclude whatever we write. We expect it to wind up. We expect it to summarize. We expect it to conclude. So that is how you're supposed to use it. So in conclusion, after analyzing all that, it is evident or it's palpable or it's obvious that climate change is a pressing issue. It's now obvious because I discussed it prior. So, in conclusion, it's evident that the project requires additional resources. In brief, in short, to summarize, to conclude, the main aim of the workshop is to introduce new teaching methodologies. In brief, the main aim of going live day after day is to complete the challenge of 5,000 word bank vocabulary. Okay, in brief, the main points of the presentation focused on trends and consumer behavior. In brief, the report highlights the key findings from our research. And last but not the least is therefore. We use that even in geometry. I remember as a student when we would prove those theorems, QED, quod erat demonstrandum. Henceforth, it is proved, or therefore, the market research indicated a growing demand for eco-friendly products. Therefore, the company decided to launch a new line of sustainable goods. Therefore, it is important to take immediate action to address the issue at hand. Therefore, it is important that you start working on your vocabulary if you aim to get 7+ band score IELTS. Therefore, I insist you add 20 words every day, using them, implementing them in your writing, speaking, or wherever in your environment, if you aim to get 8 band score in your IELTS exam. Okay, so much I And I just once again remind you, there'll be the ebook link there. Click it, get your concepts cleared inside and outside for the IELTS exam. It will set the context for your entire questions or queries or your FAQs for IELTS exam. And I'll see you again, same platform, same show tomorrow with more new words. Do join me with your notebook and your pen. I'll see you again. Have a great day and bye. Yes.